What is life? Life is God Himself. What is the principle of life? The principle of life is to be dependent on God for everything. If you depend on God, everything is life. The triangular situation. When Adam stood in front of the two trees, he was standing before God and Satan. This formed a triangular situation between man, God, and Satan in the universe. The struggle between God and Satan was upon man. Whether man will choose God or follow Satan depends completely upon man's choice. This triangular situation is now within us. Once Satan was in the garden outside of Adam, now he is in our flesh. Once God also was in the garden outside of man, now he is in our spirit. In message 10, we pointed out that man is tripartite. He has a spirit, soul, and body. The spirit is in our innermost part, the body is our outermost part, and the soul, the main part of our being, stands between them. As a result of the fall, Satan as the tree of knowledge came into man's flesh. As a result of our believing in Christ, God as the tree of life came into our spirit. Therefore, the two trees that were once in the garden outside of man are now within us, one in our flesh and the other in our spirit. If we read Romans 7 carefully, we see that Paul said in his flesh, nothing good dwells, only sin. Sin is actually the evil nature of Satan. To say that sin dwells in our flesh means that Satan, the evil one, is in our flesh. Romans chapter 8 verse 16, a verse which proves that God is in us, says that the Spirit of God witnesses with our spirit. Thus, every genuine Christian is a miniature Garden of Eden. The mind of your soul represents yourself, sin in your flesh represents Satan, and the spirit in your spirit represents God. As in the Garden of Eden, the three parties form a triangular situation within us. The seed of this triangular situation was sown in Genesis 2, and the growth of the seed is found in Romans 8, where we see the outcrop of the two trees. Romans chapter 8 verse 6 says that the mindset on the flesh is death, and that the mindset on the spirit is life and peace. In Genesis 2, the two trees were objective. In Romans 8, they are subjective. We should never say that these two trees are no longer with us. Even as you read this message, they are within you. In the past, I expected to uproot the tree of knowledge in my flesh, but the more I dealt with it, the more it remained within me. Eventually, I discovered Romans 8. I saw that there is another tree abiding in my spirit. Thus, in Romans 8, we find a present-day Garden of Eden. Romans 8:2 mentions the law of the Spirit of life, which sets us free from the law of sin and death. Therefore, in Romans 8, we have two laws, the law of life and the law of death. These two laws are the two principles of the two trees in our subjective experience.